Hi there, it's another tarot sesh for Sagittarius. I'm the Can Astrologer. My name is Abby, and this is another reading for mid-January 2024. However, whenever you're seeing this, if the title or any parts of the message resonates, then there could be messages meant for you. Just stick with it. Don't try to force anything. Do understand that energies can be crisscrossed, flip-flopped, and or reversed, and that everybody encompasses both masculine and feminine energies within them, so it's just a matter of balance. So let's get started. Sagittarius, when I was getting your cards ready, the song that I had on pre-shuffle for you, it's called Purple Hat by Sophie Tucker. It's a sister-brother, they're not like a band, they're like a DJ group, but it's a brother and sister, and I wrote a lot of notes on this one. It's an interesting song, very upbeat, dance type of sound. But it talks about a crowded dance floor with everyone dancing on the people. And what it's about is letting loose and enjoying the moment and or enjoying the experience. Kind of like that dance like no one's watching type of, energy. And the purple hat that she mentions in the song helps her to uniquely stand out and identify herself from everybody else in the crowd. It talks about purple hat, cheetah print, dance on the people. So it's really cool. You also might be into cheetah print. But purple is a color of royalty and, also spirituality. But it represents the crown chakra. And, it's like opening up the third eye, almost as if dancing on the people and being in this big, crowded dance room where everybody's having almost like an awakening or a spiritual experience together. So you could be big into music. You could be going to, some type of a music show or nightclub or something like that. And dancing and having almost like a spiritual experience. Or it's just, something like a gathering where there's a lot of people around and doing something where it feels like you're almost having a spiritual experience. And I feel like it's going to be like very, if it hasn't already, like very eye-opening for you, almost awakening, So just take it as it resonates. That's the energy that I'm getting off of it. It's very cool. Also, purple and or cheetah print might have some kind of synergy with you in your life at this time, but just take it as it resonates. So go check it out. The song is Purple Hat by Sophie Tucker. Okay, so we're going to get into this with some Kabbalah Tree of Life Oracle. I'm going to pull some tea leaf fortune cards, pull some tarot on top of that, and then we'll end with the Faerytale Oracle. I haven't pulled those out in a while, so wanted to do those. So what do we have for Sagittarius for their higher peace, power, protection, and prosperity for the greater good, please? All of these have been pre-shuffled, but I still shuffle them on film, as you guys know. And make sure as we get started, you like, share, subscribe. Smash that subscribe button, please. Much appreciated. Okay, let's get into this. What do we have for Sagittarius, please? Is it going to drop? Okay, it's going to drop. We have the Presence, Presence. So, it's card number 10. This is funny. So it's card number 10, and then underneath the deck we've got number 12, the Society. Bless me, sorry. So, and why I said it's funny, number one, they're both the same color, but we've got the Society, almost like a crowd, like a crowded dance floor, society of people. And then the Presence, it's like being present. The presence of people, the presence of a society, like almost as if in a crowded room. 10s are endings, but they're also beginnings. Because 1 plus 0 equals 1. And then we've got number 12. So that's either, I don't know if that's the Empress or the Emperor. No, that's 2 and 3. I'm trying to think what that is in the tarot card. Anyway, 1 plus 2 equals 3, and 3s are all about celebration, like dancing and getting together and having a good time. So that's just the energy that I'm feeling off of this. But we're going to read from the book what these cards are. We'll read the Society first. Okay. So, life tasks. If you wish to be free, you must first acknowledge all the ties that bind you. Recognize the network that supports you in your individual freedom. You've received a lot of sustenance from it. Is there anything you can put back into it to create nourishment for others? So, possible meanings. An organization or contact network. Work for the community. Your place in a social scheme of things. Collective help from others. Your service to society. So yeah, dancing on the people. Like if you listen to the song, it's talking about just being around a big crowd of people. That's your community, your society, right? That's very cool. So that's the underlying energy, is a big society, a community of people. Who are you connected to? Who helps lift you up? Who do you help support? Okay, so then let's go into the presence. Okay, so life tasks. You need to create a period of calm and reflection for yourself. This could be on a daily basis or signify taking a retreat or just a time of relative inactivity. But while the outer activity is stilled, the mind should stay awake and alert. It is not a time of sleep. However busy your life, you can find time to do this. The seed you sow like this will flourish later. So possible meanings: a switch from everyday concerns to spiritual ones. Like we were talking about the purple hat, spiritual ascension. Higher, like it's like a higher degree of thinking. A person with a strong presence or charisma. Retreat, meditation, contemplation. Choosing the right terrain in which to begin a new project. So you might be working on a new project. You may be having to take some time away or time off just to plan this project or plan this activity. Maybe it's like a retreat or a seminar or an event. Where people will be dancing, together. I just got a vision that somebody hires Sophie Tucker to do like an event or a party. That would be super cool. If you guys book Sophie Tucker, please invite me. So some of you guys might be like event planners, or just working big groups, societies, communities, things like that, and. It's like you're looking for you yourself are focusing more on meditation and whatnot, but planning on how to enlighten and enliven others, bring more people together. I love that energy. Love it, especially with the song. So let's get into some fortune tea leaves. What do we have for Sagittarius, please? What do we have for Sagittarius this week? What do we have for Sagittarius? And whether or not it's event planning, it could be anything, right? It could be any kind of group, project, anything. Underneath the deck, opportunity or windfall. I like that. Carrot. I'll go through the other ones in just a second. So when I do underneath the deck, it's like underlying energy and or what you don't see coming. So you could be there could be an opportunity or windfall coming in for you. What else for Sagittarius, please? They pop out and then they pop back in. Okay. As I say that, then they fly out. Okay. Underneath the deck, we've got bear, danger, especially in money matters. So again, this could be underlying energy, what you've already been dealing with, or what you don't see coming. So it's interesting. You have an opportunity or windfall that might be coming in, but it says danger, especially in money matters. So just watch out. Like mama bear energy coming out. Okay, and then these. It's interesting. These fell right on top of the first card, but we're going to take them. Okay, so the first card that we have is Diamond. You'll be receiving or giving a precious gift, like a diamond. I just heard in my head, shine bright like a diamond. So You could be getting any kind of gift. It doesn't have to be an actual diamond, but whatever it is, you're shining bright in this situation. Then we have hills, obstacles to overcome. Okay? So it's just like getting over, anytime, like, you know, you're in any kind of, I don't want to say competition, but like any kind of goal, it's like you have to overcome obstacles in order to obtain that goal, right? So it's like you're scaling the hills. You can see it off in the distance. Then we've got shark, take care or there will be a loss of material wealth. This only serves as a warning, okay? It's not like it will happen, right? It only serves as a warning. Then we've got fair woman, dealings or relationships with a woman with blonde, gray, or white hair. Then we have bowl, plenty of material things. It's like a big bowl of fruit. You guys, I really like this energy so far. I don't see anything like super terrible. I know the bear and the shark might kind of like concern some of you, but when it's surrounded by all good cards and good energy, it's not a bad thing. Then we have dog, far away. A distant friend is thinking of you. What I've noticed in this deck, for the most part, all the dog cards are pretty good cards. They're all about loyalty and friendship. Okay, so now we're going to pull some tarot on these. And I'm going to clarify them with the same deck. So, Sagittarius, please. What do we have for Sagittarius? I just heard Earth, Wind, and Fire. Totally random, completely different type of music. Earth, Wind, and Fire. I heard theme, the word theme. So you got 10 of Cups. Somebody's looking at happiness, fulfillment, feeling really good, feeling fulfilled on a home life, family, happiness. All right, what do we have for diamond for Sagittarius? You could be looking at, you know, fulfilling everything that you want for your home, your family. So number 8 of Wands, swiftness. Now wands are Sagittarius energy, right? Sagittarius, Leo, Aries, and this talks about messages coming in, and they're coming in quickly with a swiftness, right? So you could be getting a message or a gift. Somebody could be giving you something. Maybe the gift is a message, right? It's really good news of some sort, or it could be an actual gift that helps you shine brightly. Maybe it's like, if it is good news, it could be good news about like a job or some type of project or something, you know? And that could be like the precious gift. Or it could be just like a message of what could happen or what might be happening. I don't know. Take it as it resonates. What's hills, obstacles to overcome for Sagittarius? What are those obstacles? What are the obstacles to overcome for Sagittarius? Okay, we have 2 cards. 4 of Wands, completion. So this is about house, home, stability, foundation. Now, if it's an obstacle, that could be... Okay. So, I just heard venue. We were talking about event planners earlier. So, 4 of Wands talks about stability, and it can be for a house, a home, an office building. It's like the 4 corners of every building, right? So, it could be a venue. And that could be an obstacle to overcome. It's like you're trying to find a venue for some place or somewhere, right? And then we have the Prince of Discs, which is the page of Pentacles. I'm kind of smiling because pages are messengers. And I was talking about like a message that something will come in. You'll get good news about something. And the page of Pentacles, he's like a messenger, right? And he brings news about something Usually, typically having it, and this Page of Pentacles can be messages for anything, but it's typically with something having to do with money, revenue, anything revolving around money or projects or what you're working on, like anything like that, right? It's usually very prosperous, what he brings in with him. So this could be good news. And maybe like that's your, maybe like that's your obstacle, is like you're trying to find a place to throw a party that's going to be enlightening and be big enough for everybody, and take it as it resonates. So what's Shark for Sagittarius? Take care, or there will be a loss of material wealth. We've got the Hanged Man. So the Hanged Man is when the universe is putting you in like kind of like a spiritual timeout. It's not to punish you. It's so that you can pause, reflect, and look at things in a different perspective. It's like thinking outside of the box, right? And that's why Spirit is saying take care, like pause, reflect, think about this before taking your next steps. Or there could be a loss of material wealth, right? You could make steps or make moves that, you know, will end up costing you in the long run. So it's just saying, you know, be still, you know, think about things before moving forward. And there's that 12 again. 1 + 2 = 3. We're talking about like celebration and happiness and like a party of some sort, right? Then we've got Fair Woman, dealings or relationship with a woman with blonde, gray, or white hair. I mean, this could be you, but I feel like you could be, I mean, this is your reading, so this is, you know, potentially you dealing with another person with blonde, gray, or white hair. Feminine energy, or it could be a masculine in their feminine energy. What is Fair Woman for Sagittarius, please? Fair Woman for Sagittarius. 2 more cards came out. Okay. Sorry, I feel like I have something stuck in my teeth, and then it started hurting. So then we have the 5 of Discs. That's the 5 of Pentacles, and that typically talks about, you know, worry, fear, losing money, right? But this is just the worry of it. And I feel like there could be somebody else that you're working with that may be worrying about, you know, a loss of money. Or you could just, you know, be worrying about, you know, what things are going to cost. You know, where's the money going to come from? If you are actually doing an event, things like sponsorships, things like that, right? But then we've got the 6 of Wands, more fire energy, passionate energy, and I feel like you're going to overcome this. This is the card of victory. Wands are about success. You know, the 6 of Wands are about success. So Wands themselves it's fire energy. It's all about passion either towards a person, or it can be passion towards what you're passionate about: work, career, finance, business, passion projects, things like that. And so while there is worry, and it has something to do with like a fair woman with fair hair, whatever, I feel like you're going to be successful with this and come through with a victory. It's just you have to work out all the little glitches, you know, you have to smooth out all the wrinkles, right? So then we've got Bull, plenty of material things. I feel like we're going to find, if it is an event, you're going to find like enough sponsors. You're going to have enough support, but it's just a matter of like getting it off the ground, right? It's plenty of material things for Sagittarius. I mean, this just could be like as simple as like you getting a job, right? And having worry that it's going to be enough money. But again, ultimately, I see a victory with the 6 of Wands. What's Bull? The Moon. So, card number 18, the Moon. This is Pisces Cancer energy. And I I feel like by the time, so by the time of the full moon, like full moons for me are always completion. So you could be having or throwing an event or a party or making a decision on some type of work, career aspect around the time of the full moon. And it doesn't have to be, but it's like, again, this card is all about completion. So it's like once you make your decision, sign the paperwork, whatever, you'll have plenty of material things by that time. See, at the time that this is being done, this is in January 2024, so the full moon is on the 25th of this month. So it could be sometime around then. And then dog, far away, distant friend is thinking of you. What's that about for Sagittarius? Dog far away for Sagittarius, please. Thank you. 7 of discs in reverse. So here's the interesting thing. This deck is the Aleister Crowley Tarot. It's similar, but also different than the typical Rider-Waite Tarot. Okay, so some of these cards have different definitions than what I would typically use for them. Like if I was using just the other regular cards that I use. So in the Rider-Waite Tarot, 7 of discs upright, it means growth. It means planting of seeds, getting things started, getting it off the ground, cultivating it, watering it, watching it grow, right? But upright with this deck, it means failure. Now, however, this card fell in reverse. So what this is telling me is that this is not going to be a failure. This will be a success. And we already see the victory card over here. There is another card in the deck that says success. But it's going to be, it won't be a failure, but it's not going to be easy. That's what I'm getting off of this. There's still a lot of work to put into it, but it's going to be a success. And I feel like you could be getting like advice or support from a distant friend, from far away, someone who's thinking of you, someone who's rooting you on, maybe even somebody who is like, you could get distance sponsors and things like that. But I don't see that as a bad thing. Not at all. All right, so let's clarify what is actually, okay. Want to shuffle first before we break into clarifications. All right. What do we have for Diamond and the 8 of Wands? Clarify Diamond and the 8 of Wands for Sagittarius, please, spirits. What is this gift or receiving or giving a precious gift? What is that? Swiftness. So the card that fell out is number 13, the Death card. And it's this, especially in this sense, I don't see this as like you're not receiving or giving death, right? That's not what this is about. In fact, in the tarot, the Death card is actually more about transformation. So you could be receiving a gift, a message from a Scorpio, because this is the Scorpio card. And that could be the swiftness, the swift message, coming from Scorpio, which whatever they tell you, could be like a gift to you, right? But also just the gift of transformation altogether. You could be going through a situation that's transformative for you, right? And I'm hearing something like get down with the swiftness. I don't know. But it's like going to be a quick transformation. Diamond girl, shine bright like a diamond. Yeah. It's like whatever this transformation is, it's going to happen quickly and it's going to make you shine. You'll be like center of attention. What's the hills? 4 of Wands and Prince of Discs, the obstacles to overcome. Thank you, spirits. What is this? 5 of Wands. Yeah, this makes a lot of sense. So the Four of Wands could be like a house, a home. You could be having trouble finding a house, a home, something for the right price. You could be looking to rent or something like that. If you're an event planner or something, you could be looking for a venue. And with the Five of Wands, this goes along with the obstacles. It talks about strife, right? Five of Wands is competitive energy. It's like fighting and bickering between people or being competitive, just, having a lot of strife, having a lot of hardships, trying to find the perfect place. And that's okay. I mean, it's just an obstacle to overcome, but that's like what I see in the energy here. And if any of this resonates, I love getting feedback. Like, I need to know, that I am on the right frequency, So drop a comment in the comments below. It really helps me out as a reader, and it really helps the channel out too with the algorithm. So I really appreciate that. Okay, so what's Shark? Take care, there will be a loss of material wealth with the Hanged Man. Why are we in the Hanged Man position with the Shark? Okay, I have to say something, and I have to show you this if you can even see it. In this card, you have the Hanged Man, and he's hanging from the air, but being suspended into the ocean. So he's like underneath the water. And then you've got the shark. So it's like the shark coming at the person, right? And so that's saying, take care. There'll be a loss of material wealth. It's like, being fed to the sharks, if you will. So some of you may feel like you're being fed to the sharks. Careful with that. What's the Hanged Man and the Shark for Sagittarius? What's the Hanged Man? Two of Cups. More water energy. So this talks about two people coming together in a relationship, in a partnership. It doesn't have to be like a romantic relationship. It could be like a partnership. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces energy. You could be dealing with like a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, or they could have it somewhere strong in their chart, or you could. And I feel like this is saying, be careful about trusting this person before maybe just like jumping into some kind of a business partnership or a relationship. Because, if you trust the wrong person, they could be a shark, right? And then you could lose money or finances. I feel like, the universe is and spirits are saying, take time out to reflect on this. Maybe even talk about it, like if you have a partner or a, romantic partner or just a spouse, a friend, somebody that you care for deeply, maybe talk it over with them. They might be able to bring another perspective to the table. Even if they don't like work in your space or anything like that, you could get some really good advice from someone who isn't attached to the situation, that has an outside perspective. Sometimes you can get really great feedback from people like that because, they're looking at things from an outsider's perspective, an outside view. What's fair woman, dealings or relationship with a woman, blonde, gray, or white hair, with the Five of Discs and Six of Wands? That's too many. That's too many. Yeah, we're not taking this. Five of Discs, Six of Wands, fair woman. Five of Discs, Six of Wands, fair woman for Sagittarius, please. It's getting late, so I'm getting tired. You guys, spirits, these are too many. Can't take all those. This happens one more time, please, spirits. One card, thank you. Eight of Cups, indolence. Indolence. So, with this card, again, this is what more water energy, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. This is talking about walking away from something. The thing is when you walk away from something, it means that you're walking towards something else, and that something else is 9 times out of 10, way better than what you're walking away from. So I feel like there may be something where you feel like, you're having some worry, you're having some fear over over material loss. But the moment that you walk away from that worry, the moment that you walk away from, you may even feel like you could, excuse me, all of a sudden my throat, doesn't want to, feels like somebody's trying to keep me from talking. You could sense some kind of sharky behavior, right? Somebody that you can't necessarily trust, somebody that's instilling fear into your situation. Walk away from it. As you get away from that shark type of mentality, right? Or that kind of energy, you're moving, that's when you move more towards this victory. Now, whether or not this fair woman is the shark or the fair woman is who helps you into this victory, I feel like this, with cups, it's all about feelings and emotions. So I'm very strongly feeling that you're going to have to feel your way through this. Really use your intuition, use your, trust your gut when it comes to this decision. And then we have Bull and the Moon. What's Bull? Plenty of material things with the Moon, please. Okay, well, that's not necessarily bad. I'm going to take it in reverse because it fell sideways, but it also fell more slanted. So, the Three of Swords, this is air energy, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, plenty of material things, and then the Moon. This talks, it's like a card of sorrow. Excuse me. And the Moon energy is also very mysterious energy. It's like secrets that are just underneath the surface, bubbling up to the surface at a specific point. And I feel like in reverse, it would mean that, there's nothing to fear, there's nothing to worry about because these have been taken care of. It did fall straight to the side. I would just, be careful here. Because this fair woman or the person that you're not feeling like you can fully trust, there could be some secrets or some details that haven't been given. Like, for instance, if you're looking for a new home, this fair woman could be a realtor or something like that, right? And I just got clarification on my phone, so some of you could be house hunting. Or a leasing agent or something like that. And they're just not giving you all the details. And so it's like you need to read all the fine print in the contracts or else there could be sorrow. Could be. Otherwise, if you heed this advice and you make sure that you're crossing your T's, dotting your I's, making sure that you fully understand the details of any kind of contracts and things like that, then there's no need for sorrow. You'll have plenty of material things. Yeah. I feel like you're going to be smart about this. Like you're going to know what to walk away from and how to negotiate. So because we've got that Seven of Discs, the failure, it's in reverse. So it's going to be a success. But what do we have for dog far away? The distant friend is thinking of you with the Seven of Discs in reverse. What's the dog far away Thank you for Sagittarius. Knight of Wands. So in this deck, knights are kings. You guys, I like this a lot. So this is technically the king of the king of wands, and that's your energy, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries energy. So this could be your distant friend who's thinking of you, but I feel like this is actually more your energy. And this is, like I said earlier, like I feel like you may be getting advice, or just whoever this is that's far away from you is like really helping with the good juju, the good energy, you know, sending you positive vibes, may have given you some kind of inspiration, some kind of constructive criticism, or some kind of help in some way, shape, or form, right? And what that does is helps you like level up into this King of Wands energy. Now, the King of Wands is somebody who's very attractive, very good with business. It's kind of like a vision. He's a visionary, whether you're male or female, right? He's kind of like a visionary. He can see the next big trend, the next big idea, and he's very passionate about getting it taken care of, conquering, you know, the situation or the person or the event or project, you know. He gets what he wants, and, you know, he makes sure that it happens, right? Everybody wants to be around him. He's like a bright, shining star. Now, if this is relationship based, and I really don't feel like much of the spread is, I feel like this is definitely more work situation related, but, you know, he's like, if he's single, he's the king that everybody wants to be around. If he's married, he's a very passionate lover, right? But I feel like this is a very passionate, business-minded person that wants to see this, whatever the situation is, wants to see it through in the best possible ways. But he's got a very loyal friend somewhere in the distance. It doesn't have to be super far away, but somewhere in the distance where I feel like could be getting some kind of advice, or it could even be like spiritual advice, right? Some kind of advice that's you know, helping you through this. Really could be spiritual advice. So underneath the deck, we've got the Two of Discs, change. This is really funny. So it's it looks like a number 8, also the infinity symbol, and it's a snake who's kind of chasing his tail. There's 2 yin and yangs underneath, but also the stars, the pentagrams. And what this shows is as above, so below, yin and yang. You could be dealing, like your friend from off in a distance could be like a soulmate, could be like some type of a, dare I say twin flame, but it's more like a soulmate energy, as above, so below, yin, yang, helping each other out, helping each other balance. But the other thing with the 8s, 2024 is an 8 year, because 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 4 equals 8. Now, 8s are all about what you put in is what you receive, okay? It's like, what was it that I was saying earlier? Maybe I said it in another reading. What goes around comes around. But I also have been saying it's like fuck around and find out, right? So this is definitely a year in which an event or a project or whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish here, it's like what you put in is what's going to come back around. So make sure that you're taking the right steps, that like you're crossing your T's, dotting your I's, making sure that you're doing everything that you possibly can, just to be able to take care so that there's not any kind of loss of material wealth or anything like that. Make sure that, you know, you can not console, but, you know, check in with your friends, check in with people who can potentially help you with this. Don't go it alone, basically, is what I'm saying. It's like checks and balances. But what you put in is what you're going to get back. And the Two of Discs talks about change. So there could be a change in circumstances. There could be last minute changes, Lord knows, especially like in event planning and stuff, there's always a last minute change of some sort. And it's how you balance that, right? So just be prepared for change. Page, oh, and the Emperor energy, yeah. Oh, with the Hierophant? Yeah, this is good. This is all good. I feel this is very good. You know, you're going to have this great opportunity. You just got to be careful. You just got to be careful. Especially around money. Make sure that you're balancing everything. Checks and balances. And you know what else I'm seeing too? Like this worry, this sorrow. The reason it's even on the board is because it's in your mind. And what this is showing me, and what Spirit is saying, is don't worry about these things. Because you manifest what you think about. You manifest what you speak about. And so it's like the more you switch those words, switch those fears, turn those frowns upside down, you know, that type of energy, that's what's going to help. That's what's going to help your situation turn out the way you want it to. You know, manifest in the way that you want it to. Like, try it. Don't even have it in your psyche. And I know it's easier said than done, right? But it's like you really have to just like focus on the positive outcomes. Not what could happen in a negative sense, but what could happen in the positive sense, right? Making sure that you're covering all your bases in the meantime. Yeah, because, I mean, I love the way this starts out. Diamond energy. And that's what you want to hold on to. Okay, underneath the deck, we've got number 16, Rumpelstiltskin, Secrets. Who else got this? I think Scorpio got this underneath the deck as well. So again, this is underlying energy and or what you don't see coming. And where else did we see that at? I felt like swiftness, worry, fear. Like I thought I said it earlier, but where, you know, somebody could be worrying that there could be secrets or, you know, just, when I was talking about like if there's like a contract or something like that, that there's no hidden fees, you know, it could be hidden fees, hidden factors, that you check all the boxes that you make, you know, what am I trying to say here? It's like, okay, so in my days of event planning, I was just talking to one of my girlfriends not too long ago about this, but in my days of event planning, we always had like a minimum at the bar that we had to make. And where I live in Las Vegas, I come from the cannabis industry, so most of my events were cannabis related, and the drinking at a cannabis event is not exactly like everybody's top priority. They're more interested in the plant medicine, right? And so it was always really hard to make the bar minimum. And it was one of those things where you have to know what that bar minimum is, because if you don't make that goal, then you end up having to pay for the extra, the overage, right? So it's like little details like that, making sure that there's no hidden secrets and that everything is in black and white, clear as day, and everybody from all sides understands, right? So that's what the story of Rumpelstiltskin talks about. It's like being clever, being quick on your wit, knowing all the ins and outs, knowing how to deal with trickster type of energy. So making sure that nobody's trying to pull a leg up on you, okay? Then top of the deck, this is insane. I can't make this up if I tried. Actually, I even want to check something real quick. Because, I mean, you guys saw me sit here and shuffle. I want to see. Okay, not the same two exact cards, but here's the funny thing. This card, Gretel, which is your top of the deck, has come out for, I've only done 4 readings with these cards so far. Gretel has come out on top in the last 3 readings. So yours, and I just got clarification again, yours, Libra, and Capricorn. Then Rumpelstiltskin was bottom of the deck for Scorpio. So this doesn't surprise me at all. What this actually tells me is that these energies, it's like a resonating theme between many of the signs, which is, it's more common than not. So that's interesting. So number 5, 5s are about change of direction, and again, that could be any kind of like obstacle, last minute changes, things like that, obstacles to overcome, change of direction. But what this talks about, Gretel, if you remember the story of Hansel and Gretel, and they're lured into the witch's house, and then she lures them into trying to put them in the oven, right? So Gretel escapes and ends up pushing the witch into the oven and slams the door shut. But she did that because she was really, she was using her ingenuity, right? Being very clever, figuring things out on, the blink of a dime, right? Or whatever that phrase is, right? Very quick-witted. And so that's what this talks about, like being on your A game, making sure that you can, pivot at any given moment, right? And then the same thing with Rumpelstiltskin. Rumpelstiltskin is so that, like, she can't be tricked, she can't be fooled. She's very aware of everything that's been said before. That way, when it comes to the moment where she has to remember his name and basically, not trick him, but she shows him that she can't be fooled. That's the moment that she triumphs. And it's because there was secrets, but she, got over it. So let's read this. Basically, how I feel that this applies is that you're going to be on your A game, but you have to be like quick-witted. You have to make sure that you're paying attention. If you are doing an event, if there's alcohol, don't be the one drinking all of it. If it's a cannabis event, make sure that you're staying on the level. If it's, looking for a home, if you're at a party, because I'm getting party vibes, even from the song, from the very beginning, doing something with the society, making a big presence, having a big presence. It's like being on top of your A game the entire time, being that bright, shining diamond, being the star of the show. But make sure that you're doing this in all the best ways, right? Okay, so Gretel, ingenuity. So you have been tremendously let down by the grown-ups in your life. They failed in their duty, and it is so important that you realize that it never was, never will be your fault that they failed you so deeply. And now it is your turn to help younger people, particularly young ones who have suffered at the hands of their own parents. Tell your story and know that you are an inspiration. You are able to inspire, excite, and guide younger people to create for themselves safe, loving spaces, relationships, and families. Your strategies and abilities must be passed on, even if it is in the most simple of ways. Contact with younger people will not only be good for you, but good for those young ones who can learn from you. Now, this is talking about young people. This could be just any people around you. It doesn't have to just be young ones, but it just could be maybe like you've got a team of people, or there's others looking up to you for wisdom, advice, inspiration, that type of thing. So meaning you will show courage under difficult circumstances. People love helping you, so don't be afraid to ask for help. You are a true defender of family and friends. You work well in teams. Unite against a common foe. And then you are resourceful, quick thinking, and proactive. So that is the Gretel ingenuity. That's the main energy. And then we've got Rumpelstiltskin. So The story has so many examples of exploitation. The one person within the tale who struggles against so much injustice is the miller's daughter, who is also never defined except by title. So when this card comes to you, check on what promises or debts you have inherited. Be wary of others making promises for work that you can do without consulting you. And always know that there can be a way out, even of the most awful of contracts and promises. You have talents and gifts, and they need to be valued for themselves, as do you. So meaning impossible tasks, unkeepable promises, unfair agreements, the power of the name. There is a way out of an obligation. You have been misrepresented. You will find solutions. There is a power in knowing a being's true name, and promises falsely won cannot be kept. Somebody could be going by a different name. That's kind of random, but somebody could have a different name, and so it's like the power of knowing a person's true name. But you will find solutions. You may have been misrepresented in the past, but it's like you're going to find a solution to get around that. And any kind of unkeepable promises or unfair agreements or impossible tasks, you'll figure out a way out of those obligations as well. So that's underlying energy. And that's what I was picking up on the entire time in this reading. So again, if any of this resonated, please drop a comment in the comments below. Make sure that you like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. That way you get notified of all of my upcoming content. And as you know, it's together we grow. I always love spending this time and energy with you. Wow, this was a really long reading too, Sagittarius. But take it as it resonates, and I look forward to reading for you again in the very near future. I hope you have a fantastic week ahead, and I will see you on the flip side. Peace.